Hey guys, I hope you guys can hear us okay. Are we 5x5 yet? I think it's got a slow reaction on this. I'm assuming that we are.
I'm not seeing it on here.
Yeah, it's starting to pop up here. Yep, here we go. Is your volume down on that?
Will be.
Okay.
There
All
it
right. Hey guys, I'm so glad that you could be here with us and that you made it. And hey to everybody that watches this, the replay crowd, thank you for being here. If you guys could remember to hit that thumbs up button for us too, that would be great. And if you guys, the replay crowd, or even you guys too, when you come back, come back after the live is over and stuff, and leave comments down below for us, especially to let us know on this, because we're going to be doing this what if on every Thursday. So leave us some more ideas and different things to talk about, because I want to do like what you guys are wondering and stuff like that, so we can talk about that kind of stuff. Let's see who's in the house first. We've got quite a few people in here, actually. Yay, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Minuteman, Chaos Prepper, Joni Friels, Katrinka, LOL. Kevin Ramsey, I think he was first in the house, actually. Who am I missing? Did you see anybody that I'm missing? Coffee first, then speak.
My new Tennessee home.
My new Tennessee home, Teresa Buchanan, Nostradamus, Mary Miles. Hey guys, I'm so glad that you're all here. Maria N, Annette Gerganus, Ontario Prepper. Wow, we got a bunch of people up in here. Hey, Captain Coral, Michael G. Wow, this is so exciting. Thank you guys for being here.
Cool.
I mean, it surprises me so much that anybody would want to come and listen to what we have to say. It's still,
yeah, me too.
It's still like but yeah, you guys are great. This is just the best group there is. You guys are just completely awesome.
Totally.
Yeah, thanks to our moderators for modding for us, Coffee First and Kevin Ramsey. Thank you guys. So today we're going to be talking about a couple of different what if scenarios, but I also had some things that I wanted to talk about too. Just some off the wall things, like that Walmart thing with the
door Gestapo?
Yeah, that's what we call them, the door Gestapo, the greeter and stuff. They are starting to get really annoying, like when you're leaving and stuff and they want to check like what you've got and your receipt and everything, and it's like I just walk right past them. They're like, hey, and I'm like, just keep walking, because actually we looked it up and
But it's kind of like they have some standing, but not much. One of the things I saw was unless they have a specific credible reason to believe you're shoplifting, they don't have the authorization to detain you.
yeah, and it's really frustrating me because every time I try to leave and get, like, I use the self-checkout a lot of times because I just don't even want, well, first, the lines.
Well, there's never enough registers open.
Yeah, the lines are ridiculous. But second, I don't really need everybody to be looking at what I'm purchasing and stuff like that. And it frustrates me when you're trying to leave and stuff, and they're like trying to lean over into your buggy and stuff, and like what you got there and stuff, and
it's none of their business.
It's none of their business, and it's so annoying. I don't like it. So that was another, like, from our pet peeves thing. I forgot to mention that one. That's a really big pet peeve of mine.
Oh yeah, and I forgot a pet peeve that I was intending on talking about. I quit working in 2020 beginning, and before my job was very physical, and I stayed in shape from the job. Well, now that I've been off and with COVID, I've started to go back to the gym and work out. One of my biggest pet peeves is somebody will be, and it's all over the place, they'll be on a machine tying it up that I might want to use, and they're just playing on their phone. And I feel like going up to them and either say, either get off the machine or get off your phone. Mm-hmm. That's just rude. I don't even take my phone in the gym.
Yeah, he leaves it outside, so he'll go outside once in a while to check to make sure I haven't texted him or anything like that. But otherwise, he just leaves it in the car, which I think
the only other instance what I might use it if I was listening to music, which I'll be listening, so I'm not tying up the machine, not working out.
Yeah, he's constantly coming home about that, saying, yeah, it took longer at the gym because I was waiting for this machine because they were just on it. And it wasn't like they were like filming or anything for a YouTube
They
video
just
or
trying to get back
anything,
in.
because sometimes, you know, people do that, they'll film when they're at the gym and stuff. Well, that's different because you're still working out while you're filming and
Right.
stuff. But no, they're just on there texting, or I don't know what they're doing, but it's annoying. I don't know if any other gyms like that, or what. I'm imagining they probably are all over the place.
If it was my gym, I'd have signs up, you know, saying be courteous, don't tie up machine while you're on the phone.
Yeah, I think the gym owners or the people that work there and stuff should be a little bit more courteous about that.
Yeah.
Because they'll come and take your drink right away if you walk away for a second.
Oh yeah, I was doing a lap machine, which is on one end of the gym, and I walked to the other end of the gym to get some more plates to put on it. As I was walking back, one of the girls that worked there grabbed my drink and threw it in the trash can. And then when I confronted her about it, her attitude was like, "Oh well."
Yeah, I'd have been like, oh, well, you're going to give me another drink or buy me a drink or something, but I don't know. Oh, hey, Prepper Cowboy. Glad to see you. Janice Heckler, hey there. Yeah, she said she always uses self-checkout, and they haven't asked her yet. But, yeah, constantly, they're always...
Well, supposedly their criteria is if it's not in the bag, they want to check you. Although I saw one young guy that he was checking everybody, regardless if it was all in the bag or not.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, somebody's carrying a bag out, and they still want to, like, look over and peek and see what you got in your bag. And it's like, whoa, no, it's none of your business. I mean, when I walk out, I have my receipt in my hand, so it's not like they don't see, I mean, they see a receipt, so they know that I checked out. And half the time, I'm at the self-checkout, and then the door greeter's, like, right there, so they can even see me checking out, and then they still want to check and see what I've got.
It's also kind of like they do the same thing at Sam's, but the difference with Sam's is they do it to everybody.
Right, and the difference at Sam's is you don't have any bags, or you're not, a lot of it's self-checkout and stuff.
Yeah.
They want to check and make sure because it's such big items and stuff like that.
Well, like I
so.
say, the fact that they do it to everybody.
Yeah, so that doesn't bother me so much over there, just because I understand, you know, the way that it is. And yeah, they do it to everybody. But at Walmart, it seems like sometimes they just like pick and choose who they want, or just want to harass someone or something. I don't know.
Coffee First said they need better checkers, and I totally agree with that.
Man, their checkers, most of them are very unhappy. Actually, I would say at least 90% of them seem very unhappy. They don't want to talk. They don't smile. You ask them to put like a milk in a bag or something, and they look at you like you just asked them
Like,
for
roll
$1
their
million
eyes
or
and huff
something.
and-
I mean, yeah, they just are not happy about having to do anything else. And they're slow. Most of the time, they're so slow. So I go to self-checkout a lot just because I'm way quicker than they are at
Kevin
it.
says he likes my Templar.
Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't even realize you changed it out.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
planning
yeah.
on doing some more of Templar. I think it's cool.
That was one of the first ones that you'd painted, actually, wasn't it?
It was pretty early on.
Pretty close, because that one's acrylic instead of oil.
Uh-huh, yeah.
So it's one of your earlier ones. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now that I was on a little tangent, kind of off topic and stuff, but yeah, we were thinking of other things after the fact and stuff, and then we had to make a quick trip out to Walmart because he's actually making me a Lucille. Is it over here or no?
It's over here somewhere.
I don't know where it went. He's making me a Lucille bat, and he put it all together, put the barbed wire on it and everything. But he's going to. I want it. It's painted black, but I want to have like red, like blood dripping look
there it is, right
on
there.
it and stuff. Hold on a second. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, like the one from Negan, it was covered in blood.
Yeah. So he put the barbed wire on it and everything. So now I just want to get it like painted, kind of so that there's like red drips, kind of looks like blood dripping off of it and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and if you tried to find one online that you could buy, frequently they're just plastic, and they aren't cheap.
Yeah, and that one, he got the bat at Academy, I think, and then I got the barbed wire like online at Amazon or something. So I mean, the whole thing wasn't. How much was the bat?
Oh, I don't remember. It was like
Four-
$30.
I was thinking $30 or something, and like $10 for the barbed wire.
Uh-huh.
So like $40 for it, and it's much better. And yeah, I was looking for ones that were already done, but like I said, I was looking on Amazon and different things, and they were all like foam and plastic and stuff. So I wanted a real one.
And you could find some real ones, but you're looking 75 and up. Mm-hmm. Usually up.
Well, that's a good little side hustle you could do.
Yeah,
you
true.
could get some bats and make them and stuff, and then
Uh-huh.
sell them for like $80 or something like that. Make a
Yeah.
little money. Hey, side hustle.
Hey,
Hey.
sounds good to me. That way I can buy my next pistol.
There we go. All right, so we got our side hustle going on
Okay.
then, so we know what's going on.
As long as the shipping doesn't eat in our profit too much.
Yeah, that could be a problem. Well, we make them pay for shipping, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
true.
So it wouldn't, or you just up. What I used to do when I was selling things on Etsy was I just put free shipping, so it looks like you're getting a deal, but then you make the price a little bit higher to kind of make up for that and stuff. So
Well,
that's,
you notice, I don't know, sometimes some of these stores will have on sales, and you notice they've jacked up the price before they put it on sale.
oh yeah. I actually saw a video, somebody was talking about that too, and I'm like, okay, this isn't a new thing though, because they do it all the time. Like you think you're getting a really good deal on something, and I actually saw a video where they actually, I think it was at Kroger's, that they actually took off, they put the new one on, but they had seen what the price underneath it was, and it wasn't any different. It was the exact same price, or maybe even a little higher, but they put it that it was for sale, and they caught them on video and put it on there. So yeah, so just be careful of that kind of stuff. If you think you're getting good deals on stuff, make sure you guys. This is kind of a different topic and stuff, but yeah, if you're out shopping, getting groceries and stuff, kind of try to keep track of what you're paying for different things, especially things that you get all the time, and like prepper staples and stuff like that. That way you know when something says it's on sale if you're actually getting a good deal for it or not. And the other little PSA announcement for this too is just because you're going to like Sam's or Costco or one of these wholesale places doesn't mean everything is actually cheaper. So you need to keep that in mind too, because a lot of times, like they have like ketchup, like 3 packs of ketchup or whatever for like whatever price. And I'm thinking, and I'm like trying to do the math, and I'm like, that's actually not that good, because you can go to Walmart and get them for cheaper per individual one. So I mean, certain things it's a good deal, but other things it's not. So you just gotta kind of keep that in mind if you want to try to save some money and stuff.
But it's like,
Don't always think bulk means a better savings, because it's not always the case.
I like hot dogs, and I like the big hot dogs you get at convenience stores. It's like a quarter-pound hot dog, and I've looked in all grocery stores. I could not find those hot dogs anywhere, but Sam's has them.
Yeah, it's not too bad for them. Let me think. What are the $7
I
for
think so.
$7? I think you get
8 or more.
you get more than 8, like 10 or 12. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, probably
It's-
10 or 12.
It's not too bad actually, because they're the big ones. I mean, you can get like the cheap dollar ones, or I think they're a little over $1 now.
But they're
the bar
half-
wise
half-
or
half the
something
size.
like that. But they're half the size and not as good. So, but you know, sometimes you just got to go cheaper and get cheaper. But sometimes it's good to spoil yourself a little bit.
I want to
give
have.
yourself
I want to taste hot dogs, not bun.
Yeah, that's a thing too. The other problem is sometimes you can't even find buns big enough for them, though. Like,
Yeah,
they don't fit on the buns very good. But
I need to invent a new hot dog bun that works better with hot dogs.
Yeah.
They break apart all the time.
oh my gosh. And I don't know if it's just lately or something, but it seems like bread products. I don't know. I guess we're on tangents again today
I
before we
guess so.
start this. But has anybody noticed like bread products, like just regular loaf bread, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, and stuff that they're not lasting as long as they used to?
No,
Like you
definitely
buy
not.
it and it's like they're already almost kind of dry and starting to get bad. Is anybody else noticing that, or is that just something over here? Because oh my goodness, like a loaf of bread would normally last, a couple weeks actually or something. And lately it's like barely a few days later after I've got it, it's starting to get like moldy or hard or something. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Yep, JRC Homestead said, yep, they're going moldy. Hey, JRC, glad to see you too. GMA Nana, hey, how you doing? Have I missed anyone else? Furry Treed Whaler, hey, good to see you.
Yeah, freezing bread's a good thing.
Yeah, I like to freeze bread, but the other problem is that it's still not like, I mean, that'll last and then you get it out and it's still going to go bad quickly because
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I've also noticed that with like bags of chips and stuff, they don't taste that fresh anymore. You open them up and it's like they're starting to get stale and stuff like right away when you just open them.
I was like, well, I'm picky. The chips like you get in the restaurant with
Like the tortilla chips
Uh-huh.
or yeah.
to me, none of the store all the store bought are too thick and taste stale when you open them.
Yeah, chips have been getting really bad for a while. Like I don't even like to buy them anymore because they taste stale like right away. Like like
I like them thin and crispy.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with all the food, but there's something going on. Hey, the prepared Irishman. Hey, good to see you. Anyway, I guess we could start getting into now what the actual topics of the day were.
What if?
Yeah, our what ifs. Let's see. Okay, we'll do this one first. This one was sent in. It says, what would you do in a total collapse with like smash and grabs going on and riots and stuff like that, and you have a family member that will need meds? Do you try to go make a run to the pharmacy, and what do you take with you? Well, first, there's a couple of ways to start this. Number one is if you have a family member that's going to need meds, you should try whatever you can do to get those kind of meds now. This also kind of depends on how life-threatening, like if you need those meds to survive too. There's a difference between that and just, something that would help, but, they'll be okay without it. So you gotta weigh, how important it is, first of all. But what you should be trying your best to stock up now, asking doctors if they'll give you extra things like that. That would be number one thing, is try to do it now. Number two is if there's a total collapse going on, you don't want to wait 3 weeks or anything to go and try to get meds at that time. Everything will probably be hit and gone. So as soon as something like that happens, my suggestion is go as quickly as you possibly can. Maybe go to smaller pharmacies that wouldn't possibly be hit. Probably stay away from like a Walmart, maybe even CVS or Walgreens. Maybe some can't think of the word I'm looking for.
Uh-huh.
Like local family type pharmacies and stuff like that.
I was like, somebody mentioned that most places will only give you 90-day supply.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we could stockpile on antibiotics, but I don't know how long they stay good.
That's another thing too. I mean, most meds, I think, I'm not a doctor, so don't quote me on this. I think that the dates on them is a year to 2 years, depending on the medication. Now, I think the only thing really about it is if it gets too long and goes to its date, that the potency, it might not be as strong. I don't think it'll harm you, but don't quote me on that. And I am not a doctor or a medical profession, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But
I'm wearing shorts.
oh, did someone ask what you're
Uh-huh.
wearing? Yeah, we're wearing shorts. We got a fan going on us. It's really hot here already. It's been so hot in Texas. We're dying literally. Yeah, Michael G said Jace Medical. Yes, that is an option. They're kind of expensive. There's a couple of other antibiotic companies. I can't remember what they're called. They're all fairly the same and fairly the same prices. I don't have any Jace Medical, but I have heard that they will, that they're pretty easy to get
Somebody
that
said
from.
that some of the antibiotics can kill you if beyond the expiration date.
Yeah, that's what
Like-
I'm saying. Well, antibiotics, some other medications are not quite as bad. You just have to be really careful with that kind of thing. That's why I said don't, I think most things are a year and some might be up to 2 years is what they're on the bottle, but I don't get like antibiotics. So I'm not sure on that. And that's what I wonder about Jace Medical, because if you can get these and you have them in your stockpile, well then they're going to expire. So
Yeah.
that's another thing too, is you're spending, a couple $100 or whatever on them and they're going to expire. And like someone said that, you don't want to take those past the expiration date. So that's kind of something too.
Also, something I found out when my mom was staying with us for a while, there are some, she was on some kind of a medicine, and the doctor said absolutely do not drink grapefruit juice.
Yeah,
That-
there's a couple, maybe orange juice too. Some different medications, you're not supposed to drink certain things with it at all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said fish.
Fish penicillin? Is
Yeah,
that what-
when everybody's going to the pharmacy, go to the pets, to the
yeah,
veterinarian.
you're not going to be able to. Well, I guess you can go to the veterinarian because in June, I believe it is, they're going to stop doing over-the-counter fish antibiotics and pet antibiotics. You'll have to have you have to go to a veterinarian to
Oh, of
get
course,
that
they
stuff.
gotta,
They're trying because too many preppers actually stock those things up,
and the
so-
doctors aren't making money off of it.
Yeah, so that's a reason. And I don't know. I've never taken fish antibiotics or anything. I'd be a little bit worried about knowing the dosage. I know there are some people that do know these kind of things a little better, and you can find that information. You just want to make sure that you're taking proper dosages if you're trying to do something else. However, if it's in a complete collapse and it's like you're going to die if you don't take something, I guess you might as well try it and see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise, you get an infection, you might have to start cutting off, amputating.
Yeah, Prepper Cowboy said, yeah, the acidic level in it reacts with the medicine. Also, on the other part of this one, too, is what would you take with, okay, if it's just you by yourself and you've got that family member that's sick and needs the medicine, I would be a little bit leery. It's definitely better to have a group of you go. You can have a couple people go down below, have maybe a sharpshooter that's up looking at, watching your back and stuff like that.
But that's only
it's-
going to be able to going in and out of the store, and they're not going to be able to cover your inside.
Right, well, that's why you want to at least have one other person with you going
Uh-huh.
into the store. I wouldn't attempt it by myself. That's just me personally. Maybe if you feel more confident in it and you think you can just get in and get out, you know where everything's located. Because that's the thing, too. You're going to be in there for a little bit trying to find the medication that you need and
Yep.
stuff, too. So,
know what you're
and-
looking for.
yeah, make sure you know what you're looking for and try to, make sure you know what it looks like, what it's called and everything. Best thing to do is just go early. Like I said, like as soon as, something's really bad going down, just get over there. And like I said, try to find smaller places because the bigger ones are probably going to be, more people are going to be at those first,
Yep.
I think.
I just thank God that neither one of us is diabetic.
Yeah, I really feel bad for diabetics because that could be really dangerous. And the other thing is, like, some of those insulins and stuff,
Have to
I
be-
don't know a lot about it, but I
I
think they
think
have to
it
be
needs to be- yeah,
refrigerated.
I think
They have to
so.
be at a certain temperature. So if you lose power and things like that, then that could be, you better have a backup generator and things like that for that kind of thing too. So that's another thing, I guess, with the pharmacy. I don't know exactly, what kind of medications we're looking for and stuff. But if you're having to get insulin and stuff, you better have some way of keeping that cold.
Yep.
And some cancer drugs and stuff like that too need to be cold and refrigerated.
Well,
And
yeah, we saw that on
on Walking Dead, and I'm assuming that that's pretty accurate with
Probably.
that. So I think a lot of the stuff is kind of accurate. I mean, I know I actually just wish that we would just have zombies and be done with it. I
Yeah.
want to sit out here and do some target practicing and
At least
stuff.
they don't
And
shoot at you.
yeah, as long as they're like the zombies that they show on TV and movies and stuff like that, I'm all good with that. Let's
Target
just
practice.
do that. That would be fun. But some of this other stuff that could be going on and is going on is not so fun. Zombies, fun, I think.
Yeah. As long as they're slow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as they're like they are portrayed on TV and stuff,
Uh-huh.
then I'm all down with that. Use drive-through if possible and go strapped.
Definitely.
Yeah, you definitely, yeah. You definitely do not go there without carrying something on you. That would be like suicide.
Pretty much anymore, I don't go anywhere. I'm strapped all the time.
Yeah. But especially around some of these cities and stuff where there's already smash and grabs and riots and stuff going on already, and you have to go out and get something or whatever. Yeah, you definitely, even in those places right now is going on, you want to make sure that you're strapped up and ready. Everything. Anything else on that topic?
Well, I think that pretty much covers it.
All right. The other one was, okay. This one is going to be a little bit difficult for us to determine just because it's about snow in wintertime, and in Texas, we don't get any of that. But I can give what my input on this would be. And I am actually from up north. I'm from Michigan. I lived there until I was, 20, I think 21, something like that. And then I moved down south, so. But, okay. It's winter. Let me try speaking again. It's winter. There is 2 to 4 feet of snow. You live just outside of town, and the grid is down due to a major ice storm. So this is a little different. This isn't like a complete catastrophe or anything. It's just like a natural. It's a
short-term SHTF.
Short-term SHTF. In the wintertime with the grid being down due to a major ice storm. Roads are impassable. You're prepared, but you know your town isn't, and most of them are elderly. What are you going to do? Now, we talked last week about the elderly coming to your house and stuff but that was during a collapse, and a complete collapse, complete SHTF, not just a temporary one. So my thoughts on this one are going to be a little bit different than they were on last week's. My thought is that this is temporary, and I always feel like whenever there's bad storms, things like that, or really cold or even really hot, like down here in Texas, that it's always good to check on your elderly neighbors and stuff just to see if they need anything or they need some help or something. It's kind of the
probably
same thing.
When we had the big freeze here in Texas and all, lost the power, I probably should have done more to help other people.
Yeah, well, we didn't lose power.
Yeah, we got
That's
lucky.
what- We
We
got
kept
lucky.
power.
Some people were out for a month. They were only supposed to be out. It was supposed to be rolling blackouts. And some people had no power for like a month. A bunch of people froze and stuff. So I guess I kind of can understand this scenario.
But yeah, I guess and Wichita Falls, it wasn't nearly as bad as the rest of the state.
Right. Yeah, that was when we lived up north a little bit more. But yeah, we got lucky. We didn't lose power one time during that time. There were a bunch of people, especially in the Dallas area, but even in Wichita Falls, that were without power. Like the kids' aunts in Wichita Falls was without power for a month, I think, just about and stuff. So, um, what I would say is, since it's short term, and if you're a small, close knit town, definitely do some checking on some people. Something that we had talked about that we wish that we had or whatever, like during these times, because we do up north in Texas, we did get snow a little bit and stuff. We were talking about wish we had like a good truck where we could tie on we could pull people out
of the
ditch and stuff and not charge them or anything. Just pull people out and help people out and stuff.
I wouldn't charge anybody. I'd do it for free.
No, I think most people in those circumstances actually do. I think a lot of people come together in these kind of circumstances. And it's pretty amazing because we can all be sitting here fighting at each other and down each other's throats and stuff. And then we can all
mine in
come...
Tennessee home. Glad to see you. See you next time. They're leaving.
Oh, okay. Bye. Sometimes it's just amazing how we can all come together during little catastrophes like this and put our differences aside, and we can help each other out. It makes me think that maybe there is hope for this world after all, that it's not a total loss, you know, to see things like that when communities come together. Like, I guess a big time that the country actually came together was like 9/11 and stuff. And I think we've kind of forgotten what we did after that and how we all came together and supported each other. And I think little towns are even better at this kind of thing because it's kind of like, everybody, you know everybody's name and stuff. And you're all kind of like a family, kind of like what we are here and on the internet and stuff, and the Beaverine group and all that. We're like another family. And I mean, I see you guys in all different places and all different chats and stuff, and we all talk and stuff, and it's just wonderful. I just wish so much that we live, closer together and stuff like that, and not so spread out. I wish we could just get a little community and we can just all be right there together and stuff. That would be my ultimate dream. That would be great. Beaverines, everybody's saying Beaverines. But yeah, I think in that situation, it wouldn't be like I would be telling people to go away or not helping them or anything. I would be doing what I could.
Especially since it's a short term.
It's a short term thing. So you're not going to be really too hard on your supplies and stuff like that.
Come on in, we'll find you a place to sleep.
Yeah, and that's what I do. Because a lot of people don't have... let's say like a buddy heater, which I think everybody should have a buddy heater. This is not paid by Buddy Heater, but I definitely not endorsed. But I have 2 of them, and I think that they're fabulous. They work really, really well. You don't have to worry about the electricity and stuff, and you can stay warm safely, because that was another problem that there was during those storms in Texas, was that some people unfortunately died from carbon monoxide poisoning and from using the wrong kinds of heaters in their house and different things like that. So, definitely, in this kind of circumstance, I would just be bringing in as many people as possible. All camp out on the floor and stuff, have the heaters around, and, just a temporary thing just to help everybody.
There was one time in England, it was the winter time. And a bunch of us went. There was one of our friends lived off post or off base, and we were having a party at their house, and massive intake of adult beverages. And the power went out, but they had gas stove, so we fired up the gas stove, and we all slept in the kitchen.
Oh wow, that's cool. Prepper Cowboy Buddy Heaters rock. Yeah, they do. I didn't actually think that being in Texas that I'd really need one or use one, but there are a couple times that we pulled it out and used it, and it gives some heat off of those suckers, man.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is that when you turn it all the way up to the high heat setting, it goes through the propane really, really fast. But other than that, they're really good. Oh, hey, Papa's Farm. Good to see you. So those were the two that we were talking about. Was there anything else you wanted to add about that one?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Minuteman had mentioned something on here earlier about a what-if scenario. And there's one reason why I don't think that we even have to worry about this for a while. But his comment was, what if the rapture comes now? What would we do with our preps and things like that? Well, if you guys want to see a video or us to do a live or something about the rapture and some different things associated with that, like
when we think it's going to happen?
when we think it's going to happen, what has to happen first, about the tribulation, the great tribulation, and that kind of thing, let us know, because that itself could be a whole long live video, and I can get scripture to, quote everything that I'm saying. I didn't do any research for this right now, so I don't have a lot of information that I can really give, but what I can say is that the rapture is not going to happen until we have the 3.5 years of tribulation, then the rapture, and then the great, the rapture will be in the middle between the tribulation and the great tribulation. So it'll be after 3.5 years.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
it wouldn't just happen right now, but if it did, I would have to say I wouldn't even worry about where my preps were going, anything like that. I would just be too happy, and I'd be like, ooh, who cares about what's happening with all that?
Well,
you know what
like
I'm saying? It would be a glorious time, but...
I think it says in the Bible that the two witnesses on the Temple Mount will speak for 3.5 years. To me, that was like that's mid-tribulation.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people have differences about when it's going to happen. So like I said, I can give you a whole breakdown of this kind of stuff. We can talk about this in a whole video if you guys would like to. Michael G said, after the rapture, someone can use my prep, so don't have to take Mark.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I actually think that the mark is going to come before the rapture is going to come. It'll come in that first 3.5 years. So that's my opinion on it. But like I said, we can do a whole video on this, and it actually might be fun. I don't know how many people would actually want to hear about that or not. So I don't want to talk too much about it in here, in case somebody doesn't believe the same way, or, I don't want to push my religion on people. I do want to say, however, that I think your number one prep should be your soul, and I'll just leave it at that. Plus, it can help you through a lot. It can help you handle everything that's to come.
Like grief.
It can help you handle a lot of things. So that's what I'll say about that without getting too preachy or anything on that topic. But I would like to do a whole video about the rapture and stuff like that. I'm not a pastor or preacher by any means. So talking about, I'm not going to sound like a professional up here or anything, but I can give you... Katrinka, yeah.
Yeah, your number one prep is to be saved.
Yeah. Because then also...
He has risen.
Then also you will be able to not take the mark.
That was going to be my next question. You feel that the mark of the beast, that people will know that it is the mark of the beast.
Yeah, that's one thing, because people were saying for a while that the whiskey shot was the mark of the beast. There's no way it could be, because people were being, I mean, they were just being told they had to do this. They were kind of being, sometimes they were kind of, I don't know what the word is, like kind of pushed into it without even really knowing what was going on.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure type of thing. With the mark, you will know that it's the mark. There won't be any doubt about it. It'll probably be 666 either in your hand or on your forehead. So there's no doubt about it.
If you know it's the mark of the beast, are you prepared to not take the mark of the beast? Possibly starve to death because of it? Possibly be martyred painfully for Christ?
That's why everybody needs to prepare, because you're going to be here for all this tribulation and everything. You need to have food, because you may not be able to buy or sell or anything without the mark of the beast. And it is definitely not worth trading your soul for food.
I've already made peace. I won't take the mark of the beast.
Yeah, but anyway, that's enough about that for today. I don't want to, scare anybody off or get too heavy on that topic. But I think that maybe we will do a live on this topic at some point. I'd like to get Bama Jen up on here to talk with me. She said maybe at the end of the month that she would be able to go live with me, come onto the channel and stuff. So maybe we'll do that. We'll plan for something and we'll kind of talk about it on here, and we'll let you guys know when we're ready to do that. Are there anything you guys want to talk about? We've got a few minutes left.
Well, I noticed somebody mentioned something. What will people do if there is martial law declared?
Somebody asked that, or you're asking?
Somebody mentioned
okay,
martial law.
What would we do if martial law was declared?
It says for an economic collapse. It says the U.S. dollar will be worthless. That would be bad. But it's also everybody will be in the same situation.
Well, that's kind of going to be the same thing. If it's not a natural disaster or something, everybody's going to be in this together. However, some people are going to be better prepared and able to handle it better because they've got actually I was going to say because they've got money and they're a millionaire. But no, actually, if the dollar falls, then they probably are even in worse shape. So honestly, food will be like gold at that time. Food and lead. So if you've got those things, then you're doing better than, I don't remember what the number is, like 3% or something of the population is not prepared, doesn't even have 3 days worth of food. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know it's really high. And even if you are just newer and starting out and you don't feel like you have a lot of stuff, well, you're doing way better than 50, 60%, 70% of the population is doing.
Yep.
Because at least you guys have, and this is for even new people that are watching this later, it's never too late to start. It's good that you've landed upon this channel and just start slowly and slowly build up your prepper pantry. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go out and buy, $500,000 worth of food. You might have to go a little bit faster than you would have a couple years ago, but they're like some preppers kind of upset me a little bit when they say, well, there's no time left. Well, I don't feel like there's no time left. I mean, if you're waking up now, that's good. I'm happy for you, and that's really good. You just need to start doing some things, find some channels to watch, talk to some people, get in some groups, and get a game plan and start moving. But, my question is, if we had, how would we know that they declared martial law? Like, would we know ahead of time, or are they just going to come to the house and knock on the house or something? Or would there like be a news alert about it on the TV?
In my opinion, it'd be like the Amber Alert, and they would.
What if an EMP hit or something, and we had no TV, we didn't know anything?
Well, EMP, you lose power. You know, shit just hit the fan.
Well, then you're gonna know, because of course they're gonna declare martial law or something like that if that happens. So okay, yeah.
Minuteman, I've started reading the Bible again myself.
Yeah.
I've kind of spooled back on house hunting. We're trying to buy a house. I've kind of put it in God's hands, and I'm starting to read the Bible. Again.
Yeah. Too many times, I know I've done this, and probably many of you guys have done this too, where it's like you just want something so badly, and then you don't get it, and you get really disappointed in it, and you don't realize that, well, maybe God has a different plan for you at a different time, at a different place. And you know, you're trying to do everything your way and how you want it, when really what you need to be doing is praying to God and asking Him what His plan is for you, and where you need to be doing, instead of just trying to do it your way all the time.
Well, I pray for that almost daily, for guidance. I know He wants me to do something. I'm kind of hard-headed. I say, make it a big sign.
Yeah, you need it like sky wrote up in the sky or something like that, and then you'll be like, oh, that's for me. Yeah. Yes, Jesus, take a hold and lead us through.
I can do nothing without Jesus. Yeah, I think, I'm not certain, but I think in Texas, I don't think martial law would be that bad. I don't think, but you know.
Yeah, but you never know. Some of these politicians may act one way, but then when push comes to shove, who knows? They might act a different way. I mean, I don't trust politicians very much at all. I mean, when you know how if a politician is lying, his lips are moving.
Yeah,
so
it's like
you know,
I like our governor. I don't agree with everything he's done.
I don't think I've agreed with anybody 100% on what they've done. You know, some people do try, and they're doing what they can, but I don't think enough people are, and the politicians, and I don't think that they're standing up for what they really believe. I think they're being persuaded too much by money and things like that. Even ones that are for, the Second Amendment and things like that, I don't think that they're standing up enough and trying to do enough to help us out. I think a lot of them just have the money in their back pockets, and that's all they care about. I mean, you shouldn't be a politician. You shouldn't be in Congress or in Senate or whatever and be a millionaire. It's just not possible for that to happen, and yet so many of them are. So I don't know. I think we need to maybe start all over or something. I mean, there's a few politicians that are okay, but I think they just need to start pushing harder.
Yeah, I do too. They talk a lot, but they don't accomplish anything.
Yeah, that a lot of talk, but no action going with that at all. No.
Yeah, it's like Frank Shorts kind of said,
Captain Corral, my governor does whatever Washington tells him to do. Yeah, that's pretty much what a lot of them do, sadly.
And with somebody said, God answers all prayers. It just is sometimes the answer is no.
And sometimes it's not in the way that you thought it would be answered. Yeah. And it's not usually no, it's not now, or not that, or something like that. It's not.
It's like, I've got something better in mind for you.
Yeah.
Just be patient.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Somebody in chat one day or something said that they really wanted this house and everything, but it fell through and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they said, but they kept praying about it, and God gave them a better house. So now they're happier
Yeah.
than what they were and stuff. So I mean, that's the thing. It's like we're on a totally different time frame as God, and that's what people don't understand too, because they want something now, and they're asking for it like a few days, a week, or whatever. Well, for God, that's only minutes. So
Yeah.
it's such a different time frame that people don't realize. That's why they're not getting their prayers answered right away, because it's a different time.
Yeah, Michael G. Absolutely. When the founding fathers created our government, that was a part-time job for them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Um,
It wasn't.
but nobody will implement the term limits. Nobody will, do that. They don't want it because
Yeah,
they
but-
make careers out of it.
True, but we can blame ourselves because we keep re-electing them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you stop re-electing the same people, then new people will come in, and you don't
Uh-huh.
have to worry about that. But the problem is that I think people are just used to one way or something, and even though maybe they don't like the person or they're not that great, they're like, well, the other person could be worse, so I don't want to go with that. Let me go with what I know.
That's
And
kinda like-
because people are so afraid of the unknown. And I
True.
think that's the number one fear I think that most people have.
Yeah,
Most humans
the
have.
devil
is the
I know is less threatening
know-
than the devil I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that's a big reason why people keep electing the same people.
Well, it's like Chicago. I've lost any sympathy for Chicago because Lori Lightfoot's not the mayor anymore, so they elected somebody that's even more left-leaning. It's like, do you not understand cause and effect? The reason why things are bad is because you got bad leadership.
Yeah, yeah. Well, obviously, because people from some of these other states move down to Texas or Florida or something, and they try to elect, like, their, people again and stuff. And
Like,
it's
don't California my Texas.
yeah, exactly.
And they've moved into Austin, and
They've destroyed Austin.
oh yeah.
I won't even go there unless I win the lottery, and then I have to go there to pick up the check.
But I'm laughing my ass off. All these Californians that moved to Austin used to paying these high dollars for the house, and they inflated the housing market in Austin where the house prices skyrocketed. Guess what? Bottom's dropping out of the Austin housing market.
Yeah, they can't even give houses away over there or anything. So
Uh-huh.
that's crazy. How do you show Papa's link to his channel? Click on his name here. I'll do it. You click on his name, and then you click. It'll come up, and you say go to channel. Click on go to channel. Shoot.
Is that him?
Yeah. Okay, I went ahead and copied it, but did you see what I said?
Who asked the question?
Kevin Ramsey did.
He hasn't responded again.
Okay, there's Papa's Farms link. Yeah, mods. Yeah, what you do is you just click on the person's name, and then, or on their little picture icon, and then it'll say at the top, go to channel. Click on go to channel, and then from there you can get their link. I guess I should have explained that to you guys on how to do that. So, okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, exactly. Joni Friel said, I stopped praying for things I want a long time ago and just pray for God's will for what I need.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Captain Coral. That's only the mods can actually click and do the links in here. So, Yeah, it's just for mods to click on the name and then they can go to the channel and do it. You're welcome, Kevin Ramsey.
As a matter of fact, the last thing I prayed for was as I'm reading the Bible that God helps clear my mind and allows me to understand the Bible more.
Yeah, that's something you definitely should pray for too. Every time you read the Bible, is you should say a quick little prayer before before you read it for understanding too, to make sure that you can understand what He wants you to in His Word and understand what's going on in there. So yeah, that's a very important thing. All right. Well, I think that's going to be about it for tonight.
Okay.
Anything?
Oh, I have one little question.
Okay.
I think I might know what kind of responses I'll get
Okay.
about pew-pews.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I am on the thorns of dilemma. I want to get a new pistol, a high capacity, i.e., double stack 1911. And, you know, I've always been 45 ACP is the only round I want to do. But I've noticed some of the stats on penetrating power, knockdown. 10 millimeter is supposedly a good round. Any thoughts? 45 or 10 millimeter?
I think probably most people in here probably have 45 or 9 mil. I think are the two common. I don't think 10 mil is super common, but I mean, the problem with 10 mil is that it's a little hard to find.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know how pricey it is either. Is
It's a little bit more expensive than 45.
Is it? Okay.
It's got more penetrating power, but also less deformation of the bullet as it penetrates. So that might not be a positive because you shoot through.
Hold on one second. GMA Nana, let me see exactly what you go to. Well, first let me ask you: are you on a phone or are you on a computer for the link? Because I think it's a little different when you do it different ways. But you should be able to. Let me go to someone real quick to their channel. Like you have to go to the about section, and then under there's a more info, and then it'll say the link. It'll be in blue right underneath there. I think you can do it that way on any device. But yeah, you click on it, go to the channel, and then go to the about, and then there's a link under there. There more info link, and that should bring up the link to the page.
Kevin, you like para ordnance? I had been looking at Rock Island or Remington because of the price point.
45s are cheaper. Does that say 11 45s?
I'm jealous.
Wow. Goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, see, there's pros and cons to like both. You know, it just kind of depends.
Yeah.
On that.
It was like
I think the 10 mil is going to wind up just costing a little bit more and harder to find the ammo and stuff like that. So.
Actually, the Rock Island, I think the 10 mil was $50 cheaper than the 45, but and it also carried.
No, I meant the ammo.
Well, yeah, it's what I looked at it. I was finding 5 cents more a bullet.
Oh, okay. Well, not much. The only problem is trying to find the ammo because, like, I don't think our local academy.
Yeah,
sells
I probably
it.
have to exclusively get it online.
Yeah, which means that you're gonna have to put a credit card in there, which means they're gonna track your purchases. So yeah, that's why I try to use. Even though it's a little bit more expensive, I try to buy ammo at our local academy, because then I can pay cash for it.
Yeah, I've actually got a Rock Island single stack now. And of course, it's got the better trigger, the better hammer, and I'm pleased with it. I just don't like the fact that it doesn't carry but 7 or 8 rounds.
Okay, GMA Nana, did you try it again? You click on their little picture, and then when it says go to channel, click on that, and then go to their about page, and you should be able to find their link down there. It'll be in blue. Should be able to do that. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and call this a night, though. It's getting a little bit late. We've actually been doing this for a while, so.
Yep, an hour.
Yeah, I know. And usually we don't go that long. We've just been talking
this
and
time
rambling
just flew
on.
by.
It did, because I was like, holy crap, is it already 7:30? And yeah, we have to go in a half an hour to go pick up our daughter from Taco Bell, so. But I'm not eating any of the Taco Bell. Not again. I made that mistake.
Not a fan of Taco Bell.
I made the mistake of eating it a couple weeks ago, and I did not feel good. Okay, you got it. Okay, cool, GMA Nana. Good.
We prefer Taco Bueno or Taco Casa, but you can't find those in Houston.
Yeah. Yeah, they had them up in Wichita. I think the closest one, I think, was like an hour and a half away or something like that. So, all right, Teresa, good night. And I think we're going to go ahead and go because we are just rambling on and on.
Yeah.
So, you guys have a wonderful and blessed night. And don't forget, tomorrow night, we're going to have another live at 6:30 Central Time. It'll just kind of be a free-for-all Friday. So if you guys have any ideas what you want to talk about or whatever, email me, let us know. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button before you guys leave. And if you're not subscribed, why don't you think about subscribing so you don't miss any of these fun shows that we put on?
Please.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, you guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Adios. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen.